Yeah, we ready. This is for the Warriors. Blood on the mat, sweat on my skin. I've been fighting for a win, don't need no gimmick. When the lights go down and the crowd starts to roar, I'm coming for the belt, man, I'm coming for more. The struggle's real, but the hustle's heavy. This ain't a game, it's a fight for the ready. We fight through the noise, breaking down walls. Every time we fall, we rise, stand tall. They talking, they hating, but we keep moving. Ain't no stopping the crowd, we choose it. Through the blood, through the pain, we living for the glory. Through the hurt and the shame, we fight through the noise, can't hear a thing. We making our moves, we own everything. Wrestling through pain, breaking all chains. This is our world, and we taking the reins. Rise up from the ashes, rise from the dirt, from the first bell ring to the final hurt. We fight through the noise, we won't be ignored. This is our story, we're taking the floor. Through the ropes, through the climb, we don't quit. Ain't no fear when you're fighting with grit. Body slam, then we stand, take the blow. A real champ knows when it's time to grow. Tearing up the ring, tear up the doubt.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We are here. We are live. It is just days removed from the slam of the summer. And we are here live with the Moose.
Yo!
That's the guy I turn to when I want to know about WWE wrestling.
What?
Because you don't watch it anymore.
That's the guy I turn to. When I want to hear him tell me about Luthez and how he would have done it better back in his day.
Gene Hackenschmidt.
George Hackenschmidt.
George Hackenschmidt, yeah.
Hackenschmidt, the Schmidt of Hackens, as it were. We got a lot to talk about here today, and first of all, there is a big C4 story, right? So I think that you guys, if you have the opportunity, if you're around, you probably should tell your friends to tune in because we have some information about C4. Now, I will say that I tried to reach out to Colin of C4 to get comment, and there was no response. Colin's pretty much been ignoring me ever since I, shot down the fake Reggie that Greg was doing, like a real Reggie.
I wonder why.
Well, but I did warn him. I said, I didn't tell him what it was, but I said, I have a story tonight. It's about C4, and I'd like to get your take on it.
You don't mean that Reggie, that fake Reggie that was something like a U.S. belt that was going to cost him as much as a real Reggie, even though it was a
correct.
Oh, that Reggie. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fuck the hobby. Fuck the hobby. Fuck the hobby.
Okay, but the thing is, Moose, a lot of the people watching are in the belt collecting hobby. You've never quite grasped this concept.
Belt collecting community. It's not the hobby.
It's a hobby. It is a hobby. It's not a community. We don't all live together.
No, it's a community
of these people
of like-minded individuals.
They're not like-minded at all. They happen to collect the same thing.
Just talk about your gossip. I'll be here.
I'm not going to talk about it just yet. That's called a teaser. It's called a teaser, Moose. It's like when you watch Cinemax, It's a teaser.
I don't have Cinemax.
Of course not. They don't show that stuff anymore on Cinemax. That was the story of my youth, Cinemax.
You mean Skinemax? I remember Skinemax.
That was the story of the 90s, baby.
Anytime after 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. was go time. Yep.
That's right.
Emmanuel in space was amazing.
Now, it's so funny.
I know exactly what you're talking about, yes.
Because I just looked into this. And she's like a legitimate actress. Did you know that?
Interesting.
She was like in soap operas and shit. The girl who played Emmanuel in Emmanuel's
yeah, what's her Kristen something, right? Or
Krista something.
Kristen Allen. Kristen Allen. There it is.
Krista. I was a big fan of that show. I learned a lot about space exploration.
Yeah.
And
He learned how to explore a cow.
Told to go where every man has gone before. Yes.
I learned a lot about space exploration during that show.
You explored yourself while they were talking about space,
It
huh?
was beautiful. It was beautiful. I went where no man had gone before.
I love
And
people already making observations of what they think we're going to be talking about. That's not what we're going to be talking about. No, that's not anything. You just wait. It's coming.
You gotta wait. Yeah, you gotta wait, baby.
This will be a big one, though. If this is true, this is pretty big.
I don't think it's true. I'm going on record saying I don't think it's true.
I don't know if it is or not. I don't really care because I ain't going to buy a C4 no matter what. So it don't fucking matter to me. But it's rather interesting. And he's looking up Krista Allen pictures as we speak. Look at him.
No, I'm talking at work.
Sure.
Yeah, about Krista Allen.
I'm going to see if she follows me on X right now.
Honestly,
follows you.
No, I said you're going to be like, let me see.
Honestly, if there's like a perfect woman, she was the perfect woman.
I mean, she was hot.
Yeah.
Now, I'll also say there was a woman, not a lot of you guys know about it, which bothers me because I think she was the queen of Cinemax, and that was the one and the only Gabriella Hall, who was absolutely beautiful, perfect body, perfect face, absolutely beautiful.
Yep.
You know her?
Yep.
Okay.
You have to be a true connoisseur of Cinemax to understand the beauty that was Gabriella Hall. I spent a lot of Friday nights with her.
Yes, many other things have popped up.
It's not Kirstie Alley.
Oh, it's Kirstie. Oh, he looked up the wrong one. Kirstie Alley. It's good. Wrong one, Mr. Morton. Wrong one. Unless you typed it wrong. I'm not sure.
You know what I just noticed?
What's that?
Krista Allen was also in Liar Liar.
Yes, the elevator.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know how Jim Carrey was able to act. Let's put it that way. That would have been like, I can't do this scene.
No, I mean, listen, she was beautiful, but
yes,
you know, I mean, the thing for me is, I didn't really believe the space stuff that was in there. It defied physics. That was a problem for me with that show.
But how do you know? Have you ever been to space?
No, but it was very hard for
I bet it was. I bet you defied physics when it got hard.
How many old VHS tapes did you use of Cinemax to record?
Say what?
How many old VHS tapes did you use for Cinemax to record?
None.
Not
No, I didn't.
He made sure it was recorded for the 2 hours, like on the VCR.
I didn't take them, but I'll tell you this: there was something more. I almost feel bad for the kids today because there was something more innocent about Cinemax and watching Cinemax skin flicks than there is today. You can just type in anything and you get hardcore pornography. Cinemax was more. There was a story, and there was, you try. No, seriously, you had to like wait.
He takes his porn like he takes his wrestling. There's got to be a story to it.
You had to wait for the nude scene.
They had a storyline, and then the payoff was at the end.
You had to wait for.
They had that hot comeback.
No, seriously, no, hear me out on this. It was more innocent. You had to wait for the nude scenes. You had to follow a really crappy story most of the time.
I'm sorry, Mr. Plumber. I can't find my credit card. I don't know what we're gonna do.
No, that's pornography. Emmanuel in Space, she was trying to integrate this. She was trying to learn about humans. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
She was trying to learn about humans by coming to Earth,
yes,
and subsequently exploring humanity. Now, There was, I think, one of the greatest movies of all time on Cinemax was that Invisible Man one, um, with Gabriella Hall. That was great. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you had to earn your nude scenes back then. Now you just click a button and you get hardcore pornography. I think there's less innocence.
Earn it. You had to
Everybody on this show, and most people watching, the first nude woman you ever saw was at your friend's house in a fucking magazine behind the garage. He got one of his dad's Playboys or something. I mean, that was the first nude woman you ever saw. You had to earn it. You had to work for it. You weren't 12 years old going on Google. And I think that's a big difference. You're shaking your head no, Joey. That's not the first nude woman you saw?
I had a cheat box, so if I hit the letter 1 on
That's
my
not a letter.
remote, I mean the number 1 on my remote, it would give me the adult channel. If I hit 0, then that would be the pay-per-view.
I think that some people, too, have to be honest. Everybody will talk big in here. But the first time you saw pornography, like real pornography, you were probably a kid. You were horrified by that. You were horrified that was going to be what you were expected to be doing, because you were probably at an age when you saw that.
But you were intrigued.
Where girls weren't on your mind yet. Yeah, you were intrigued, sure. But you were probably horrified at first with some of the things you saw. I was. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I got over that at about 14, but 14. But
Buddy Rogers was on Moose's mind.
Moose didn't discover girls till he was like 36. Wait, you could wrestle with girls too. This is interesting. He had Gordon Soley doing the play-by-play. Oh, now he's grabbing a leg.
It's a Pier 6 brawl in there.
He's going in for the kill. Now he's on top of Mae Young. What's he going to do? We don't know here. Oh, he goes for the back suplex. No, instead he put it inside of her. Well, we did not expect this turn of events, folks.
So, all right. My mother, may she rest in peace, I can remember sneaking into, I didn't have cable in my room yet. I remember trying to sneak into the living room and turn on Cinemax like 10 o'clock at night, turn the volume all the way off. You know, I was young. Like, I was, again, not totally interested in girls yet, but I was just getting to be interested in girls, kind of. And I heard about Cinemax.
Girls.
Again, it was intrigued. Why are we talking about this? How'd this?
I don't know.
The hell, Moose? Why'd you bring this up?
I didn't. You perverted people did. I'm here to talk about SummerSlam and Brock Lesnar.
Well, we were talking about getting slammed also. Now, for those of you watching at home, this is Podcast Lesson 101. If somebody comes across this later and they're hearing about boobs, they might tune in and subscribe. That wasn't the point, but yes. We're talking about muffs, O'Keefe. I mean, we're talking about muffs. So we're going to get to the C4 controversy.
Just 1 second, just for the record. So for Carmine, it was what? What was her name? Gabrielle Union?
Gabriella Hall.
Gabrielle Hall. For Joe, it was Krista Allen. For me, it was Shannon Tweed.
Oh,
I didn't, man, I did not dig Shannon Tweed, bro. Who was it for you?
Cinemax. She has a few movies on Cinemax.
I think the first boob I saw was a kickboxer movie.
Well, who was the girl for you, man? Or was it Dick the Bruiser?
I don't know her name. It was like a
who
random
was the girl that made you a Dick
kickboxer
Bruiser?
movie that my friend had.
No, man, no. The girl you were into the most. The girl you wanted to see all the time. Not the first girl you saw. Gabrielle Hall wasn't the first girl I saw. You really don't know outside of wrestling, do you?
Wasn't into it.
That's another piece of the puzzle, Moose.
Just say Moose. It was Vern Gagne when he wrestled Dick Reigns.
Let's be honest, Moose. If you had a choice between watching a Vern Gagne and Tully Blanchard match or watching the Skinamax boobs at 14 years old, what were you watching?
At 14, I was probably watching some wrestling.
You have a choice, Moose. You're presented with a choice.
Yeah, I would probably pick wrestling.
Okay. That's weird, bro. That's weird. I'm sorry. Yes, this might be true. Yes. All right, Moose. Who was it? Who was the guy that did it for you, Moose? There was something about the way Gagne grabbed the hip. Oh, baby. WCW. Oh,
It's got to be somebody from Georgia Championship Wrestling.
It was the mothership, baby. Moose, you didn't have a fucking crush, a Cinemax crush.
Oh, because I didn't have Cinemax all the time.
HBO, Moose. Showtime After Dark. Pick something.
Moose, you didn't go
save your manhood here, Moose.
You didn't go to the video store and they had the adult section, but they had the beads blocking it. So every time someone walked in, you took a peek.
Yes.
For us, it was a curtain. It was an actual curtain.
Nope.
Moose was like, nope, I'm going to look at this WCW Spring Stampede.
But that's the time, like, I remember getting caught for the first time looking at a adult magazine in the store.
Nope.
I got caught. I'll never forget that. This is a true story, and I don't care what people think about it. It was a different time. But I was looking in the adult magazine in the store, and my mom was in the store too. She was at the front counter. I was in the back, way in the back, and the guy caught me who ran the store, and he told my mother. And my mother said, "Well, at least he's not gay." That was her response. At least he's not gay. She didn't care. I did not get in any trouble. Because I was like 12, you know? She said, she goes, no, she didn't say at least he's not gay. She said, at least he's interested in girls. She said that was her response. Because it was normal and it was innocent. And Moose, of course, remembers the first time he got caught looking at Pro Wrestling Illustrated in the back of a store. And they were like, why are you hiding? It's Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Yes. All right, Moose, how about this? How about this?
Silk Stockings was my show on USA.
Oh, my God. But USA Up All Night.
Oh, Ronda Sheep.
No, I thought I was a kid until then. Moose, what about USA Up All Night? Oh my God, Moose, we're trying to desperately to save the fact that you might be masculine in some way. And you're not helping.
Nope. First boob I saw in anything was in a kickboxer movie.
The first boob you saw in anything.
Was that the Van Damme one with Tung Po?
No, it was like Kickboxer 3 or 4.
The first boob you saw in anything was King Kong Bundy. The mighty Ugandan giant Kamala.
Bastion
But at
Booger.
that age, I was picking up like National Geographic magazine, and they had the African chicks. They didn't wear shirts. They were out there hunting,
And I got you hot.
it was boobs. Moose didn't care. Moose was watching wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Moose, have you had puberty yet?
I think so.
At what point in your life would you say you picked women over wrestling? Because there was about 5 to 6 years I didn't watch professional wrestling because I was too interested in girls. And this was like towards the end of high school, beginning of adulthood. When was your period where you were like girls over wrestling? When did that happen?
Never.
That's weird, bro. All right, moving on. We have a lot of questions about you, Moose, now. A lot more questions than we had before.
Moose, I would skip Raws to go on dates. Dates or watch Raw? I'm going on the date.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Nope. Didn't date until I was out of high school.
38.
What?
Bro, I was a freshman. I was already getting ass. What the fuck happened to you?
I was the fat kid.
There's always a girl.
Nope.
There's always a girl, Moose.
Nope.
There is. Bertha Faye was out there somewhere for you.
Well, listen, no.
Listen, Gianni has proven there's always a girl.
Well, I was going to say maybe he actually has standards, unlike somebody from Pittsburgh. So, you know, he had a high, you know,
But I think your standards are a little lower when you're a teenager and full of testosterone. I got hot chicks. I'm not gonna lie. I was a good-looking kid in high school, and I got hot chicks. No joke. I don't know what happened, but back then, I got good-looking chicks. But I was always the relationship guy. I was always the guy that wanted to be in a long-term relationship. I always preferred that because it was less work, I think. Plus, I'm more of an emotional person. Me and Joe, like me and Joe, and me and Mike, you know, we share romantic song lyrics with each other. So we're romantic guys. We've heard these songs because we've used these songs. And
oh, you're not. Hold on.
O'Keefe, I'm not going to post that, but that is true. But so, yeah, man, I think that I tried everything I could here today, Moose, to save some shred of masculinity for you.
Okay.
But even if you weren't getting chicks, you tell me you weren't interested in them?
I was interested, but I was just the fat guy.
Okay, but Cinemax didn't care.
Didn't have it.
You didn't get a Playboy magazine? Nothing?
No.
None of your friends got a adult tape?
No.
There are really no rules, O'Keefe. I just thought that was a little too much. So
No, put it up.
I mean, that's true.
He's not wrong. No.
It's true. Preferably not head first this time, but it's true. SummerSlam.
Yes.
Here, Moose, this is going to disappoint you. We're not going to give a match-by-match overview. We only have an hour.
We don't have to.
Let's talk about the highlights. I think that CM Punk thing was booked perfectly. I think that the Cena Rhodes thing was booked perfectly. The return of Brock, perfect. I think we're not really saying anything that other people haven't said already. I think the one thing I would like to point out is to WWE, to AEW, to independent wrestling, to anybody, stop putting more than two women in a match together. It's always, and you could take the three best female wrestlers in the world, it is always a train wreck. And they hear the crowd, this is awesome. This is awesome. Then you don't, because you don't know wrestling. That's why this is awesome. When I'm watching, you go, all right, left, right, step, move. Left, right, step, move. And I could see you choreographing that shit in my mind. I could see how you practice that shit. When you see male wrestlers do this, it's smooth. Women cannot do it. They cannot do multi-wrestler matches. Stop trying it. It is always a train wreck. Mike?
I will say I enjoyed the show for the most part. I really didn't give two damns about the Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn match.
Do something with Karrion Kross.
No, he's leaving. He's probably leaving.
He's probably gone by this weekend.
Yeah, his contract's up.
So it's not a work?
Nope.
No.
And unless there's some backdoor deal, nope. That's why they weren't at Raw last night, and all that. The big thing is the last push for Karrion was promoting his book on the pre-show, and then having him go out on his back against Sammy.
He was actually at my friend's store promoting his book. I'm going to say this to you real quick. This is going to come back to haunt WWE the way Cody Rhodes did. This guy's going to be huge if he goes on the indies in Japan or even in AEW. I would suggest he doesn't go to AEW. I would suggest he take the Cody Rhodes route and hit the indies in Japan first. Because AEW, he'll be the biggest star there for 2 weeks, and then they'll bury him. They'll be gone off TV.
So I was going to say a lot of people who are upset about the CM Punk situation aren't looking at the long-term aspect of this. And it's obvious the goal is going to be Punk and Rollins at WrestleMania. And, you just gotta let it breathe. And, in the end, Punk will get his moments. He'll put Rollins finally in the back, in the rearview mirror, and he'll move on as champion. Cody Rhodes versus Cena was phenomenal. The only thing that I didn't like, and Carmine and I discussed this, is he gives him one finisher. He gives him two finishers. He gives him three finishers. And he keeps kicking out. You know,
off the top rope, off the top of the building with a train.
I'm not saying, I'm not saying don't use finishers, but don't use them to the finish. You know, stop using them as false finishes.
Well, there are no finishers anymore.
Yeah, and there's other things you could do. That would be big move. I felt really bad for Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria because they put on a pretty damn good match, but the crowd just didn't care. I mean, the crowd literally just did not care. They could have, one of them could have set themselves on fire, and it didn't matter. That crowd was dead for that match, and I'm not exactly sure why. And I could definitely kind of get the feeling, and I'm not saying he's there yet, but you could see on the writing on the wall that eventually Roman is sort of on. I'm not talking like tomorrow or something, but the next couple of years is on his way out of the company. Because
he's working that, I think, right now.
Yeah, he went from the main event guy to the opener match, and I think
he's trying to help some of his family out before he goes.
I can see that too, but I don't think he'll ever be the top guy again. Like
you would have said the same thing about Cena, but he had a run at the end, didn't he?
He did, and maybe they'll do. Maybe next year we'll be having the Roman Reigns retirement tour. I mean, I don't know.
I'll say this:
multicolored will fall as for each month for each show.
It's so weird because I think to most of us, it feels like Roman Reigns debuted yesterday, and we're talking about his retirement now. And who knew when the Shield debuted, you would have got two WrestleMania main event stars and some guy who's really screwing over TNA each year on the financials.
Well, no, Robert. So I'm not saying he's a curtain jerker. That's not what I'm saying. But again, he went from the final match, the main events, to 2 years ago, who would have even thought about ever having Roman in an opening match?
You would have, Moose?
No. I'm saying Roman's playing his part because he's getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
To go do Street Fighter.
And speaking of playing your part, Moose, you really weren't into Cinemax when you were a kid.
No.
He's something. You've blown his mind. He can't deal with it.
He's just talking about playing his part. That's why I was just.
No, so if you look at Roman's performance at SummerSlam, he did his part by sacrificing himself for Jay. He put Jay over in that moment.
Yeah.
And
Jay's not much younger though.
No, he's not. They're a year or two apart. But Roman is playing his hand. He understands that the ball has shifted. There was a post online that showed before and now with Vince standing in front of the locker room and Roman to his left. And then you show the Hogan tribute and it's Hunter with Cody to his left. That is the sign in a lot of people's eyes of the face in the direction of the company.
Yeah, absolutely. Rhodes is the face of the company. Absolutely. There's no doubt about that.
Roman
Roman
came back.
Pass the torch.
Roman has come back to help elevate other people and be I guess a supporting role in his time that he has, because he's not going to be around again until like not SummerSlam, Survivor Series. That's his next advertised date.
ESPN and the National Football League have announced a non-binding agreement under which ESPN will acquire the NFL Network.
Yep.
Yeah, that's old. That's like a week old.
Came out a couple days. Yeah.
Wow. Wild, man.
But Roman is transitioning into his Hollywood phase.
Yeah.
He's trying to open himself up.
So as a former promoter, I'll agree with this. Opening match and main event are your two most important matches. Also, the match when you come back from intermission on the indie level is very important. Go ahead.
He's trying to open himself up to being able to be out of the spotlight. And that's why he's letting Bronson Reed take his shoes. Like he understands his spot in the card. And for all intent and purposes, and I'll say this, Roman is the last Vince guy. Roman is the last of that era, in that he was put up by Vince. And now that whole thing is gone, he understands the fact that he's destined for other things. Yes, he'll probably have another world title reign at some point, but he's not going to be the person that sits there and goes, I want this, I want that, I'm going to do this, he understands his place in the company. And that's fine.
Roman's never going to have a run like he had, like that 2 year.
No, because he carried WWE in a transitional period from what it was to what it is.
He's a very important player in the history of WWE.
He's one of those people that will go down in the annals of time, in the annals of WWE, as the most important person for an era.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of annals, you really never watched Cinemax?
Oh my God, no! Because, dude, I was the fat kid. I was the guy that liked wrestling. I was the guy that liked comic books.
The girls couldn't reject you on Cinemax, man.
Yeah, didn't have it.
And none of your friends have it?
I didn't really have friends growing up. You want to dig that up?
This is horrible.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to hear Joe's thoughts on that.
That's what I was just thinking.
I'm sure you were. Yes. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly.
All right, Joe. Talk to us. Your thoughts.
I'll tell you, night one, it was Roman. It was the opening match in the main event. That was it for night one for me.
Yeah.
We were talking about Roman. I'll tell you this, man. Roman is, when he comes out, when that music hits, the pop, he still gets. Roman is an attraction now.
He's Austin level.
How wrong were the fans on Roman Reigns? The smart marks, right? I mean, they were wrong.
I mean, to be honest, I kind of miss Roman as champion because I like that era. You know, when he was champion.
Yeah.
The main, like everything else in between, like it was just. I mean, I was happy that Tiffany Stratton beat Jade. I do not think Jade is ready for that moment yet. The main event, Punk and Gunther, I thought was amazing. It was a really good match to close night one.
Yeah.
And the Rollins story, like Mike said, it was perfect because we've been saying this. It's long-term storytelling, but a lot of people do not like that because they want quick.
Yes. Yes.
This has been brewing for 2 years. You're going to have Punk probably win the Rumble and face Rollins at WrestleMania. Punk gets his WrestleMania moment. It's long-term story booking.
I remember when Mike thought it was the end of Cody Rhodes' career because he didn't win the world title that first time. And I like a lot of us and a lot of people were with Mike on that one because we didn't get, I think, what they were trying to do because we had been so groomed for during the end of the Vince era, the past 10 years from the Monday Night Wars on, we were so groomed for instant satisfaction.
I was actually not so much upset about the first time. I was really upset when there were rumors out there that they were thinking about not having him win the second year.
Well, that would have been the end of it.
And at that point, I was like, this guy, you know, how do you ever put him to that level again? You know,
you couldn't. That would have been too much.
Exactly. But
WWE's been really good in the past couple of years about putting out rumors on the internet that are bullshit.
And you know what the smart thing will be about this Rollins Punk slow build is now just, was it last year or was it a few months ago? I don't remember when exactly, but they came out with this new stipulation, if you want to call it that, where a former champion is not guaranteed a rematch for the title.
Oh.
So Rollins could tell Punk, screw you. I don't have to give you anything. Screw you. I don't have to give you anything. Therefore, forcing Punk to win the Royal Rumble to actually be able to get a shot at that title again.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, night 2 was better than night 1 for me. I mean,
I-
I like the AJ Styles Dominic Mysterio match. The way
The
they threw it back.
nostalgia, the whole
Yes.
presentation, the lowrider, the gear they wore. AJ was in Eddie's gear.
Mhm.
Dominic was in his dad's gear, albeit altered and all that. They told the continuation of the story, and they made Dominic
Mhm.
seem legit in the night.
I mean, what he did with the boot, like Eddie did with Angle, like it was perfect. The main event, I will tell you this, that was way better. 10 times better than their WrestleMania match. But
Yes.
But we got to talk about why they put Cena back in the face.
I'm gonna get to that. Like, because I agree with the finishers. Like when Jake Roberts would hit you with the DDT, it was over. You don't have that no more. I don't like a lot of the finishers. Too many finishers in the match. But now we know why he turned face, because Lesnar came back. And for a lot of hardcore wrestling fans that have watched wrestling for years, know one of Cena's first big feuds in WWE was Brock Lesnar. His finisher, the Attitude Adjustment, was named after the F5.
Yep.
And it was originally called the FU.
Yep.
To counter the F5. So it makes sense to bring Brock back to feud with Cena before Cena retires, because of how many big matches and their feuds they've had over the years.
Mike, there's a breaker, by the way. I'm going to put it in signal.
Okay. All right.
You may want to hit this.
Don't you love when work gets in the way?
Yeah. It's actually a pretty big one. Yeah, no, I agree. So I want to show, I ordered all 3 SummerSlam belts. But my friend Luis Dominguez was at SummerSlam, and he actually picked some stuff up for me. And I want to tell you guys about this.
Uh-huh. I hear you just giving away belts at this point.
I have given away a lot. But I'm selling some now. It'd be nice if I could move them, because I know room.
Why don't you give me that AWA tag? Come on now.
The AWA tag is gone.
Oh, you motherfucker!
I gave it to somebody. I don't remember who. No, but I got some beautiful HD belts and Figs Inc. belts that are for sale. I put it in chat, Moose. But I want to show you guys a couple of things that I did get from the event while I'm waiting.
I don't have
while I'm waiting for my stuff to arrive. So there's this. I was very happy because they did everything with New Jersey on it. So I got the mini. But then my friend was doing consignments, and he took things to the event for you. And I got this giant poster signed by the man himself. You see there in white on his singlet. Bret Hitman Hart signed it. And then I got something done that 30 years in the making. This magazine, and you can't see it here. You'd have to zoom in. But it's Undertaker's signature. But on the top, it says, Look both ways. With 3 exclamation points. Story behind that is, when I was a kid, I was walking to get that particular magazine when I got hit by a car and was in the hospital. And somebody picked that magazine up for me while I was in the hospital. Not that particular one. I had to get that years later. But it was just, that was the magazine. And so I have it framed now and signed. And so I was very excited about that. And so, yeah, I'm very, very super excited. I think SummerSlam was great. I love that they put it over in New Jersey. They put over the New Jersey thing so much. And all right, so we're going to get to the C4 controversy.
Wait, well, there's a little bit more.
Okay, well, tell your friends to tune in. We're about 5 minutes away from the C4 controversy.
They're talking about making Royal Rumble 2 nights.
That's the only one that really makes sense to be 2 nights.
Well, no, Survivor Series 2 would work too, because you have 2 work
and Survivor Series.
Yeah. You have 2 War Games matches, a men and a women's, so they could.
You think they're going to bring back the tag matches?
Nope.
Well, that
Doesn't make sense. Makes zero sense. Everybody's on their own.
Okay.
Unless they're going to recombine rosters more than what they have and put somebody at the top of a division.
But I would love to do War Games, SmackDown versus Raw, Cody and his team versus Seth and his team.
I feel like O'Keefe, by the way, is in the business. That's a good idea, Joe. I feel like O'Keefe is in the business, though, because a lot of things he says coincide with things I say. How do you ever pin Cody Rhodes? But then again, they had the Fiend get electrocuted by Seth Rollins, couldn't get pinned, but a 5-minute match with Goldberg, 1 spear and a fucking jackhammer. That was the dumbest fucking thing they ever did. Killed the Fiend. The Fiend was not. You couldn't do the Fiend after that.
Have you watched WWE Unreal yet?
No, because at that point you're just burning kayfabe to cinders.
Not really.
I'll tell you this: like, we know who the producers are, you know, of the matches.
Yeah.
But man, watching it, we know. Like Michael Hayes, man, come on, man. Who can produce a better match than Michael Hayes? Like,
I know, but man, don't watch it with your kids. If your kids still believe in the magic of wrestling, like I mean, there is no curtain. They've taken the curtain down, burned it. They're not peeling back the curtain
you know,
anymore.
it's funny. My son will not watch it. He's like, I don't want to watch it because it's like me as a kid. You know, we didn't have no internet or nothing.
Yeah.
So he's still like,
God's sakes, let him believe. Let him believe. To me, it's an insult. It's a smack in the face to the wrestling. I understand. We understand it's choreographed, man, but you don't have to stick it in people's faces. They have pissed on kayfabe. Listen, obviously kayfabe's dead, but they're not even trying. They're just not even trying to like make you suspend disbelief. They're like, oh, you suspend disbelief? No, let's put this show on and kill that for you too.
Well, let me ask you this. Why are you still collecting, Carmine? Thought we talked about this last week.
What are you talking about?
You know, you got your SummerSlam stuff, your belts.
I said I was getting SummerSlam. I'll get my Cena Survivor Series spinner.
We were talking about this last week. Like, when are you ever going to be done?
I'm pretty close to done with collecting.
When is the end game?
There is no end game. I mean, if they come out with something that I want, I'll get it. But I'm the Montreal spinner. I let that go by. You know, I'm not getting everything anymore.
When we were talking about that, you know, the collecting part stuff, something like it came to me, and I'm like, man, this would be so controversial if I say this, but some people would not be. With championship belts, because we're in this community hobby thing, okay? We collect what we collect, you know? Like, whenever we're gone, what happens with these belts, we don't know because, you know, you only live once. We're doing it for us. But, like, I'm thinking of this. Outside of this community hobby, these belts have no real value.
No.
And I say that because when you're in this community hobby, there's some people that say, like, oh, I have a Reggie, I have a J-Mark, I have a Loomis, I have a Wildcat, I have a Milliken. And, like, there's some, you know, that have it that are like, yo, I have it because Reggie had this. This
Correct.
is the belt that I saw
it.
on TV, you know,
Yeah.
But there's some people that are like, well, I have a Reggie and you don't, like that, like, but like, they think like they're up here and you're down here.
And
But
I've said the problem is that if you try to sell these belts,
yes,
and this hobby goes away, and you try to sell these belts in the real world, WWE shop's probably going to get you more money than a Reggie.
It has zero value than like a Tom Brady signed game worn jersey, a Michael Jordan rookie card.
I had a conversation with somebody who had an AEW champion used this belt in the ring, Okay.
Mhm.
In AEW, he was offered, I'm not going to get into who it was or anything, but he was offered $30,000 for his belt. He said no. I said, you're crazy.
Mhm.
He's like, yeah, but I think it's worth more. I said, outside of this hobby,
Mhm.
that belt is worth $500. Nobody, if you walked into a pawn shop with that tomorrow,
Mhm.
nobody's going to care that an AEW wrestler had it, period. That's not, it's not like saying this is a Mickey Mantle bat and that's it. You could probably get a Mickey Mantle game, or you can get, listen, I guarantee you right now, I can get an Aaron Judge game used bat. I could get 5 of them for the price that guy offered for a stupid AEW belt that was used in a ring. And these are not, these guys put it on a level of like a real sports star used
Yeah.
this in a real game. It's not like that. And like you, I've been saying this, Joe, you're saying what I've been saying for years, which this stuff. I got 3 Reggies. I got them because I wanted them for me. And I know that if I sell them someday outside of this hobby, I would take a loss on them.
And the reason I say this because, so I'll tell you this story. My stepmother, her father, knew Joe DiMaggio very well.
Oh, wow.
His nickname was DiMaggio.
Oh, wow.
And so whenever I would go to baseball games, he would put me in the visiting family section where there would be police. So if the Guardians, Indians were playing the Blue Jays, I'd be sitting with the Blue Jays family. It was weird,
That's so
right
cool.
behind home plate. His collection in his basement, someone told me outside of the Baseball Hall of Fame, his collection's one of the biggest. He has a George Brett All-Star ring. You know, like he had a Joe DiMaggio signed baseball bat.
Yeah, that's worth money.
And I'm saying this because my stepmom, there's stuff in the basement, you know, like there's still like a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, Franco Harris signed stuff because he was close with Franco Harris as well.
You have this stuff?
No, my stepmom does. It's in their parents' basement. But like, they sold a few things, you know, just like a few. And I'm not going to tell you how much money they got on air for this stuff, but it was six
It's a
figures.
lot more than a Reggie Parks
It was six
belt.
figures for a lot of the stuff. But that's what I'm saying. Like these belts, like they have zero value outside of this hobby. Like
Correct.
I have a pair of, I'll say LeBron James shoes, Nike shoes.
That's worth money.
Nike sent him these shoes. It's like, hey, these are your new shoes. You know, they sent him there just to try them, just to see how he likes them. On the inside of the shoe says promo, property of Nike, not for resale. I have a pair of those at my house.
That's worth money. And that's what I'm talking about. That
Mhm.
guarantee you that's worth more than a Reggie Parks belt. I guarantee it. Look, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I know the Crumb Rind,
Mhm.
I believe the last offer was like 6 figures, and Conrad said no. Conrad didn't say no, in my opinion, because he thinks it's worth more than that. Conrad said no because it's a family heirloom,
Yeah.
because it means something to Conrad, because he doesn't need the money. But what I'm saying is that if you believe
Mhm.
that the Crumb Rind Championship, that the 10 pounds of gold, that the Winged Eagle that was used at WrestleMania 3, Hogan Andre, if you think that's worth more than a pair of, say, LeBron James or Michael Jordan game used shoes, you're wrong. Because in the real world, here's the thing. Here's your market for wrestling memorabilia in the real world. Here's your market for sports memorabilia in the real world. You have way more people you can sell to. Even if you don't care about sports, you would buy a Michael Jordan game used whatever as an investment. Now, we are running out of time here. I want to get to the C4 controversy.
We're not running. We can go over an hour. Come on.
No, we can go slightly over an hour, but I don't want to get crazy here.
By the way, I want to correct you when you said the WrestleMania 3 ring used Winged Eagle. There was no Winged Eagle WrestleMania.
Yeah, I was going to say
You're
it was a
right.
Hogan 86.
You're right. It was
Come
the
on.
Hogan 86 that came
You're
out of
right.
that.
Even I know that.
How dare
I
you?
was just making a point.
Yes.
When what was the Hogan 85 that went into it and the Hogan 86 that came out of it.
No, it was a 86 in, 86
Oh, no, you're
out.
right.
Not out. Yeah.
But I get confused because Jesse Ventura said that's the last time you'll see that belt win, lose, or draw, and he was wrong.
Well, here's why. Because we found out later. I didn't understand first year. Apparently, that belt was a larger belt, and if you notice, it has a tip on it too. That's the only time the Hogan 86 had a tip on it. I guess it was made for Andre, more or less, to some degree. Like it could fit Andre if it needed to, and that's why.
No, I'm not joking. We're getting to it. So I get a message today from somebody in the hobby who I respect a great deal. An American maker.
Community.
Bro, I'm going to fucking bitch slap you like Cinemax should have.
Fuck the hobby. Fuck the hobby. It's about community.
If Gordon Soley was doing the voiceover for Emmanuel in Space, Moose would have watched it.
Oh, look at that titty. It's very good.
Well, she seems to be shedding her clothes right now. We're not really sure why that's going to be, but I feel that something very strange is going to happen here. Will it involve space? Will it involve her vagina?
Dude,
no.
May Gordon Soley rest in peace. Most boring announcer in the history of wrestling.
Bullshit.
My God.
Bullshit.
Dude.
Never clued in on shit. Never
Moose,
smartened up.
Moose, Gordon Soley
championship.
Gordon Soley couldn't touch Gorilla Monsoon's jockstrap in commentating.
No, not even close. Moose, just real quick before we get to C4, Mike, do the call when Ric Flair won his first world championship.
Well, the greatest thing. No, wasn't his first championship. But it was at the first Starrcade, him against Harley Race. And and he pins up 1, 2, 3. He did it. That's how it sounded. I was like, okay, yeah.
Meanwhile, Gorilla Monsoon's like, hey, straight man!
The crowd's going bananas.
Yeah, total different presentation. Gordon Soley sounded like he was. Now that paint is drying very well. It's drying very nicely. God rest his soul.
Gordon Soley would have been good for like a book on tape. And now she walks into the room.
All right. So here we go. C4.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you can't sell as a Reggie outside of the hobby. You can't. So I get a call today or a message today from somebody I respect, an American maker. There's 3 or 4 American makers involved in this, so bear with me. There's a guy from Pakistan going around telling people that he or his brother made the plates for C4 and that the C4 is actually Pakistani made, and that what Colin did was take the C4, take the plates, and then do some hand engraving and some leather work and created the C4. But it was actually mainly Pakistani made. Now, the maker who's telling people this is called Rogers Leather. Now, this guy, and there's a reason I'm telling this story. This guy lies as he breathes. And I don't believe for 1 second that what he's saying is true. I've seen video of the C4 being worked on. And I talked to another American maker who has owned Crumrine belt buckles. And he says, if you take the plates off, you can see it's made exactly the way Crumrine makes their thing. And apparently, I didn't know this. Colin said that his first few belts were Pakistani made and then just worked on. And then what happened was when he got the Ortiz family involved, they started becoming fully custom made. And that's why no 2 C4s are the same. And so as soon as if you got a numbered C4 that says Ortiz family with the certificate, that's the real thing. This is the same maker with the same fake J-Mar stamp. Yeah. This guy is, and the reason I'm bringing this up is not to disparage C4. It's to put people on alert. I want to kill this rumor in the womb. I want to nip this in the bud. We've all seen, those of us in the know, quote unquote, and you can go if you join the C4. There's videos of these belts being worked on start to finish. Okay, they are not made in Pakistan. No 2 C4s are the same, which tells you right there they're hand done. And yeah, no, this guy is trying to say that basically what Colin did was get the C4 made in Pakistan, and now he's casting that. And the problem with that is, A, it's bullshit. What's the matter, baby? It's bullshit. And again, if it was casted, they'd all be exactly the same. So this guy Rogers is a real piece of crap, honestly, in my opinion. Oh my God, I just saw. Okay, my custom work is being done on my custom belt. Fucking crazy. But anyway, I wanted to nip this in the bud because this is about or was about to explode in the hobby because there's big people behind the scenes talking about it, and they were gonna, kind of expose it. And I was like, nah, you're wrong, and let me show you why. Let me tell you why you're wrong. The C4 is completely handmade. You can say again, O'Keefe says it here. Yeah, one look at the belt, it's not casted. Your Pakistani maker can definitely send you videos of them making it with a machine. But the videos you get from Colin show them hand crafting it. And so that's a big thing. Bro, okay, so I am having a He-Man belt custom made, and wait till you guys see it, it's going to blow your mind. But this is a particular belt for my podcast, the Carmine Sabia podcast. We hit, by the way, 500,000 on YouTube. That's a big milestone. They don't give you a plaque for 500,000. You get a plaque for 100,000 and then 1 million. Big gap in between the two plaques. I think that's not fair. Be that as it may, 500,000. Congratulations to us at Explain America. Very excited about that. So, Mike, you have something to say about this?
No, I mean some of this I'd heard about ahead of time. Some of it's new. The last time I talked to you, I know you were saying about how Maker was saying this, and that the first ones were made in Pakistan before starting to be made handmade by the actual silversmith situation.
Correct.
So I remember at the time you were wondering about it. Were they advertised, the original C4s, the non-numbered C4s, were they advertised as actually being made in Pakistan? So you found out that they were?
Correct. The original C4s were partially made in Pakistan.
Okay.
This is before Colin really started. This is my understanding. I didn't know this till today, but my understanding is that's how they were done, and Colin was very open about that.
Okay. That's important. We weren't sure about that at the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't, other than this guy lying and causing problems, this Rogers Leather, is that what the name of the company?
Our lab.
So this guy really needs to be run out of the hobby, this Rogers guy. He really is a piece of shit.
The belt collecting community.
Bro, go watch a Cinemax movie. I'll send you a link.
It's a community, you fuck.
Moose, tell me, wasn't She-Ra better?
Yes.
And Prince Adam sucked?
Yep.
Yes, but
Fuck
you
Prince
said,
Adam.
Richard, you
Little
yourself,
bitch.
you yourself.
Oh, my parents are dead.
What?
Prince Adam sucked.
You yourself, Richard, told me that you couldn't do it, or so there's a reason I didn't go with you. I went with Main Event Bells.
Wait, I'm confused now because Prince Adam's parents weren't dead.
I know, I'm just being an ass.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I was wondering.
Well, I was thinking, wait a minute, what are we doing here?
Listen, by the way, let me give you guys a word to the wise. Any Pakistani maker that you see that goes by, I don't know, Steven Anderson or Rogers, run the fuck away. That's not their name. I told Steven Anderson, if you can show me your name is legitimately, legally Steven Anderson, I'll give you $1,000.
And that's as far as it went.
That's as far as it went. His name is Steven Anderson as much as Joe's name is Harvey Lickelschnitz.
Damn. I mean,
Steven Anderson. So stupid.
as long as none of these makers start asking you for money, I think you're good.
When did they not ask for money?
And I
Wait,
tell
I'm
them,
sorry.
free
What
belt,
word?
bitch.
What-
Give me a free belt.
What word did you just say?
What?
Did you just drop the N-word?
No. What? Who?
I thought I just heard somebody say the N-word. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
You're completely wrong. The hell you? Again, you needed to go to a special school growing up. Unfortunately, they didn't have one in your area because that would have helped you a lot.
So what'd you say, Joe, about asking you for money?
I said, as long as these belt makers don't start asking you for money, hitting you.
And then
Yeah,
I said,
right?
I tell them free belt, bitch.
And I said something like oh, that's all. When don't they, or something like that.
It's a lot of rupees.
I'm looking at your face. I'm like, what the hell? You having a stroke? What the hell's wrong with you? You're like, you look like you saw a ghost. Like literally.
I swear I thought I heard it. I was like,
Yeah, Prince. You don't remember Prince Adam said that when he was fighting Skeletor?
I don't know. Richard said he sent me a message. There's no message here.
I think Carmine had a crush on She-Ra.
She was the princess of power.
Carmine had a crush on Prince Adam and Skeletor.
Well, to be fair, he likes muscular men, so
I'll tell you this: one thing about SummerSlam that pissed me off was that guy in the front row with the Macho King crown. Because I want
he was 2 rows back, and he's not the Macho King you see on social media.
I know, but still. Then I saw yellow shirt guy. I'm like, oh, here we go.
And then Sunday there was a green shirt couple.
Well, now these people are just trying to become social media stars themselves.
I'm like, they're never going to be Vlad. Like, there's only one Vlad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found out something about green shirt guy. He has no WWE connection. He's literally a independently wealthy fan that just buys his tickets.
So he goes to every show.
Yeah. He inherited a shit ton of money from his dad and just buys tickets.
All right, guys, I'm going to have to put you guys on hold. He's really has to go out. He's pulling me for like 20 minutes here. So,
sorry, we can go. We can cut it.
Yeah. You want to cut it?
No, I don't want to cut it.
No.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Take your dog out.
We're not going to. He's doing a Gianni. Well, except,
Now, why can't we go past an hour? I mean, we used to do 3-hour marathons.
Because he needs his private time with himself. You know that. Come on now. Probably, I don't care what he says. He probably has old Cinemax movies on VHS.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't grow up with Cinemax. I discovered it later. I was that fat wrestling nerd growing up. I watched wrestling. I watched fucking sitcoms and shit like that. Like I that just wasn't me. Literally, the first boob I saw in a movie was the Kickboxer movie.
Tell me, Moose, are you happy Brock's back?
It makes sense, but it pisses a lot of people off. A lot of people are pissed off that he's back. And I get it. Like, he's still in the litigation aspect of everything. But if WWE legal has cleared him, like they said they have, and said he's okay to be on our product, who are we to question it?
Yeah, they know more than we do about what's going on. So,
I get it. He's going to come back. He's going to be on like 3, maybe 4 SmackDowns just to build him and Cena. And then who knows?
Well, that's my question. Is he going to stick around, or is this just to give Cena an opponent?
This is to appease Cena. Because if you go back to when they were chanting "We want Cross,"
yeah,
Triple H took it as "We want Brock,"
because they were
he was carrying Cross. Who knows?
Because Brock was supposed to make an appearance at Rumble, but
he was supposed to be at Mania too. But it just happened to line up for him to be at SummerSlam.
So Triple H said, well, Cena, we asked Cena, who do you want? He said Brock. Can we get Brock? And then there's a report that Cena said, I didn't pick Brock. WWE does this. They tell me who I'm going to fight. So it's like,
which is
little,
true.
yeah, a little back and
And the Cena report is from Cena, literally on the street in New York, filming a movie from a paparazzi who got him to talk about it.
yeah.
I mean, are they going to literally crush Cena in his farewell? Or are they going to bring Brock back to look like a bitch?
Well, here's another question too. Do you think is he going to be built as Cena's last opponent, or is it going to be somebody else and they're going to fight before December?
The only other person they can bring back is Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle can't wrestle.
Yeah, let's not.
So I think you have to give Cena the win over Lesnar. Because if you look at their history, Cena has only beaten Lesnar one time. Extreme Rules 2012. That was the only time he ever beat Lesnar.
He has to literally destroy the beast. He has to break him beyond belief.
Hell in a Cell for the final match. Conclusive winner, one way or the other.
See, I thought Cena's last match would have been maybe The Rock, maybe.
I don't even
could be Lesnar.
But Rock's too busy. That's why he killed the final boss thing.
Yeah, I don't even want to see Dwayne show up anymore. Like, just go away. Like, at this point, you screwed up.
I don't know, like, who Cena's last match would be.
There were rumors now. Again, just rumors that, and hear me out here, that it could potentially be Edge. Because there was talk that his contract was up in October. Adam Copeland's contract, no.
From everything I've seen, he is AEW locked in. He wants to end it with him and Christian as a tag team.
See, that would be a hell of a thing. All of a sudden, we hear that.
And that beckons back to SummerSlam. They featured Hardys and Dudleys.
Mm-hmm.
The only team not there, Edge and Christian, for obvious reasons.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who would be then. If it's not Brock, who it should be.
It's Orton.
Well, he already faced Orton, though.
Yeah. This year, I mean.
But he faced him as heel Cena. If he's going to go out on the cloud 9 of face Cena, he's got to have heel Orton one more time.
Could it be AJ Styles?
No, because AJ on Monday said he's not done chasing the Intercontinental.
Okay. Could be Roman?
But he's already passed the torch to Cody at SummerSlam.
Just throwing names out there, Moose.
I know, but I'm just saying logically, if
you boring bastard.
How about Batista?
The entertainment is back. First of all, Mike, I heard what you said. No, it's not a Gianni. My dog goes for 4 walks a day, not 4 walks a week.
Okay, well, I just, you were letting him sit there.
Well, I was hoping he'd wait till the end of the show.
I'm not sure how long we're going to be on, but before we do go, there's something I want to bring up. But we're talking about who should be seen as last opponent. It's not Lesnar. Like, if that match happens before December.
Oh, here's something interesting. 1,000 meteors to hit the Earth at a speed of 150 per hour on the nights of August 12th and 13th, lighting up the sky like Skyfire. They're very small.
Nice.
They're very small, so don't worry about it. But that should be interesting to see.
I wasn't worried about it. So we're okay there.
Why don't you shut your poor mouth?
Okay, you can say. Who do you think it could be? If one, because the question is, obviously he'll face Lesnar, but will it actually be in December or will it be before December? If it is before December, he's going to need another.
It's supposed to be at Clash in Paris.
Oh, okay. So there we go. So yeah, so you got another 3 months. Still technically 4 months because that's at the end of August. So you still got all of September, October, November, and part of December. So you go.
Yeah.
No.
like he pretty much already faced, like he faced Punk, he faced Rollins, faced Cody. Like,
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to
it
think
could
of.
be Gunther. You never know.
No, Gunther's got to have his whole face.
I think Gunther's done, bro.
No, Gunther's got a nasal and ocular thing going, which is why they did the whole hit the table and come up and his face is all shit at SummerSlam. It was reported way before SummerSlam he's got a nasal problem, but they didn't report his ocular thing. And
could be somebody.
I hate when they don't report the ocular thing. See, that's the thing.
I'm just nobody's really coming to mind. Like who could be then? Like other than again, everybody says The Rock. But again, I'd be fine never seeing Dwayne again show up. I'd be happy with that. He could go to hell. But for what he did this year, screwed everything up. But I just don't.
He really did.
I mean, Lesnar could be his final opponent.
he didn't screw anything up. He decided that the final boss was done, and then he can't do it anymore.
Yeah, and he left a storyline wide open that needed him to finish it.
Sorry, he's the biggest actor in Hollywood.
I know.
He's got shit.
I know. I'm just saying he should never have gone that route then if he couldn't be around to actually finish the story that he himself pushed for and started.
I agree.
So maybe Lesnar is the last Cena's opponent. Like, when will they fight?
I think it should be The Rock. I think Rock should be the last opponent.
If it is Clash in Paris, it's the end of this month.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So he's got another whole 4 months to go through. Nobody is really popping out to me at the moment. Nobody, like, really. It's sad, but I can't think of anybody. I like the Edge idea, but like Moose said, that's not going to happen because that would have been poetic. It's too bad. It's too bad that this couldn't happen, and I know it can't because of the health situation. But one last match for both Triple H and Cena.
Oh God, that would have been great, wouldn't it?
A retirement match for both because Triple H technically never did get a last match or never an
Not
official.
with his wife though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that wouldn't, they could both go out at the same time for good. I don't know. That's
could be the Miz.
could be well. I don't know. That feud wasn't great. Yeah. But the Miz has nothing else to do because WWE doesn't even want to use him anymore.
Kevin Owens would have been great, but Owens is injured.
Yeah, and he may never wrestle again either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What?
Yeah, he's not
I
sure.
didn't hear this.
Well, yeah, he went out for serious neck surgery, but he doesn't know.
They went in through the front of his throat and all that. Yeah, he's out for a while, and
He's not sure if he will or won't ever be back in the ring. Depends on how the situation goes. So Carmine and I had a discussion the other day. I'm going to bring up a little something from the past here.
Uh-oh.
And piss some people off in the process. I don't care. So we had quite a while ago talked about, I don't even remember the exact conversation, how it got brought up, but we talked about an organization called the Children's Aid Society.
Why are we bringing this up?
Because I want to. Because this kills me. This really kills me. I don't give a shit. So we brought up the Children's Aid Society. Now, listen to what I'm saying. Children's Aid Society, which I'm assuming was an organization that helped children.
It was in New York.
Yes, that was in New York. We used to see commercials all the time. Carmine, used to wear a shirt.
I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. Boom, 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 boom.
Now, on another show, whose name I won't mention, we had brought this organization up, and I guess in referring to the show or referring to somebody, I don't even remember this. I don't even remember the specifics, but it got brought up somehow. Then me and Carmine are accused of calling somebody, it's saying that somebody on
You
that.
could say the guy's name. I mean,
Okay,
it's
Andy Bulger says that we said he had AIDS.
that he was an aged child.
Yeah, he was an aged child. Now, what the fuck? And you know,
This is the biggest. Mike, let me stop you real quick. You finish the story, but this is just, to me, of all the things Carmine and Mike said this about me, this was the biggest Grand Canyon leap in the history of the hobby, because nobody mentioned the guy's name. So
Yeah.
how this became, we were talking about him.
Yeah,
I'm still to this day baffled. I'd love somebody to give me an answer. I'm still baffled by it.
Yeah, and we have no answer. How us making some kind of joke about the Children's Aid Society got morphed into we said he's an aged child. Now here's the thing. First of all, we never said that to begin with. So how the hell that came about? How you get to that point, we don't know. Second of all, again, we didn't mention the name of anybody. We didn't mention a specific name of anybody on that show or anybody. So why would your first instinct be, oh, they're talking about me? I don't understand it. We've tried to. I could be an analytical guy. I may not come across that way, but I'll like go over some and I'll be like, but I don't understand why the, you know, why are you saying A plus B are followed by D when I know they're followed by C? You know, why? How do you get to D? I try to figure that out in my mind. I try to understand that, and we're still trying to figure this out. How the hell we got accused of calling somebody an age child when we said absolutely nothing of the sort, nor mentioned anybody's name? We would love to know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's still amazing to me, and it just goes to show the bullshit that goes on in the community of the hobby.
Thank you, belt community.
The
Fuck
community,
the hobby.
The community of the hobby.
I don't know how this story got brought up tonight, or for what reason.
I just felt like it. I don't know. I was just like,
okay. Okay. Just to get back to it.
You know me, I don't give a shit who I piss off. So whatever, you know.
But I don't. I'll never understand. I'll never understand how we got to. We said Andy Bulger was an H child. Nobody mentioned Andy Bulger. Nobody mentioned him, or anybody having AIDS. Like, this is the biggest, and it goes to the point what I was saying before, which is I've said this on shows. There are people that want to be victimized by us so badly that they will stretch everything to make it. They said this about me when there's literally nothing to say that we said this about you.
And even if there was, again, okay, maybe you didn't hear it quite right or whatever, or in the sake of saying you thought somehow we talked about an aged child of some kind, even though we weren't. How the hell did you think that applied to you?
To you?
Yeah.
That's the leap that I'm not understanding.
Their first leap. Oh, they're talking about me. Oh.
My only thought was, do you actually have AIDS?
Could it be that he has like a disability, so they associate that with that?
With AIDS?
I know, but I'm just it's
fuck the hobby. Fuck
this one.
The hobby.
Still,
fuck the hobby.
Yes.
Fuck.
This one still baffles my mind. How this connection was made, and nobody has legitimately ever explained it to me.
No, and they never. I need things to make sense.
There was also like supposedly videos of me saying all these horrible words, so I said play the videos, and nobody had them.
Yeah,
you know, so like it was just a total like lies. I'm over it. We made our amends. Me and one of the people there, we made our amends. And
find it hilarious. There's that part of me that
can't
comprehend why this happened, like how this.
I'll never. I don't think unless somebody can explain to me how that connection was made, I'll never understand it. I remember when somebody said that. They said, well, Andy's on the show saying you called him an age child. I'm like, what?
Like, you guys made amends? Were you guys like Macho Man and Hulk Hogan? Like,
yes. No, it wasn't like that. We just live and let live kind of thing. But
you see, I haven't made amends with anybody, so I don't give a shit. So I'll
say whatever. Andy Bulger is on my mind 0% of the time. Until literally, Mike can tell you that you could fill a thimble with the amount of times I mention Andy, and you'd have room left over. Like, I'd never mention this guy ever to anybody ever. It's never on my mind. I'm sure he talks about me fucking incessantly in that crazy chat where it's like the Hate Carmine chat.
I was trying to escape.
I don't talk about these people
to grab him.
ever.
I know I'm blocked by one of them. I could be blocked by the person you're
I don't know. I
referring
blocked a
to.
bunch of them, but I don't talk about these people ever.
I don't know.
I don't talk about these people ever. Look, when I say things, there's a certain show that I come on here and I say, look, they're buying bots to pretend to watch their show. I don't say that because I don't like the guy. I do like the guy that's on. I like both guys that are on that show. But when something is blatant to me, I have to call it out because in my mind, I feel like, all right, you think everybody watching your show is stupid and they don't realize there's bots watching and bots that are pushing your numbers up after midnight and whatever, all at the same time. Then maybe your fans don't, but I see it. And I need to let you know I see it. Like, there's this part of my brain that's like, I need to let you know that you might have fooled 100 people, but I see you. You know what I mean? There's this part of my brain that works like that, that like, I need you to know that I know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't give a fuck how many, look, people that watch this show watch it because they watch it and we're having a good time. I don't give a fuck how many people watch this. I'm not going to pay for bots to pretend to watch it. I've got I got a channel that's my real life that, you know, I do millions of views every week. So this is small potatoes to me. This is fun. This is relaxation time. And if it makes you feel good to pretend that 3,000 people watch your show every week, God bless you. I just need you to know that I know. So, like, you could fool everybody else and they can play along and everybody's happy and that's great. I don't hate you for it. I just need you to know that I know. And I don't know why that is. I don't know what part of my mind works that way, but I need you to know that I know. I don't know why.
But I think that's good because, you know, we do this for fun and you got your page where you're doing stuff. And we have a PTM page, me, Vinny, Panetta, and Jones.
Correct.
We have been posting hilarious videos.
Doing great numbers.
Oh my God. So like, it was me and Vinny. It was like Vinny and myself, actually. We did it like last year. Vinny got busy with his job, so we stopped. And I think after the Hogan passing, we were like, yo, we should put this back up. So we will find the most hilarious wrestling promo videos that we could find, and we will post them. It's amazing how the Bushwhackers and Andre the Giant can get like 700,000 views or up to 1 million views that we would not think. And it's crazy. And Panetta put together
doing that. We have a BAM page. It's like 250,000 people.
Dude, it's been growing. And Panetta put up the Bill Goldberg Bret Hart thing, which is freaking hilarious. Bill Goldberg.
Yeah, that was great.
Bill Goldberg.
That was great. That was great. That was actually hilarious.
So it's fun doing it because you're trying to find, and what's great about it is we see like, hey, okay, like we were the masters at what times will these videos hit if we put it, say like 10 in the morning, dude, that's when it's blowing up. So we're getting back into the flow. Man, it's fun. I love it.
No, so that's one of the first things you do is you go to your analytics and you see when are people watching. When are people watching? What I found out on my business channel, and this shocked me, we have 500,000 subscribers, and like 65% of the people who watch our videos are not subscribers. So that's the craziest thing I found to begin with. The second thing I found out is, you know where our number one medium is for people to watch our YouTube channel? Television. More than tablet, more than phone. I thought phone would have been the number one. No, TV's number one, and by a lot. And PC's like third, tablets like fourth, mobile's like second. But I was shocked to learn that TV was number one. That actually really shocked me. But apparently a lot of people really enjoy watching YouTube on their television. So I'm on, in a lot of cases, if you look at a lot of my videos, I'm breaking CNN numbers every night on people's television sets. Like, that's crazy to me. So incredibly blessed and grateful for that.
I downloaded a Meta app so I can see like everything on there. Like it's
on TV?
No, on the page. So like,
go
there and I could
yeah, sure. Yeah, you have to have that. You have to have that. And so I look at all the analytics on that too. Mike, we got to start doing that. We got to start putting videos on our BAM page because they're having a lot of success with it.
There you go. You can do
This
that.
one. Put up a Narcissus promo the other day. Oh, freaking stupid.
The problem with that is, can you make money on those? Because those are copywritten.
I don't know. So if we get hit with a copyright frame, I'll
It's
get
got
the
to be 7 seconds or less.
Yeah, I'll get hit with the notification, and then we'll.
Because you don't want to get a lot of copyright violations, because that can demonetize you.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 9:30, guys.
Yeah. Come on, man. I got to go watch Ted Lasso.
I've never seen an episode, but
Hilarious.
I just want to say before we go that I am really glad they made the Children's Aid Society.
And I want to say this: if you didn't get your LJN Hogan, I'm sorry, but we all did.
We all did. I got all 4.
I got
I even
2.
got a Logan Paul.
I got 2 Hogans.
I got 2 of each.
I think I got 2, but one's for a friend. So I got.
Yeah, I got 2 of each. Yo, it was impossible almost to get them. Me and Mike got them on night 1 when it was literally almost impossible, bro. Apparently, we got them when we were done getting them.
Not the first time they went up on Target, because we missed the first time they went up.
Yeah, when we were done getting them, they were gone. Like, people were in line waiting. And to get, by the way, you could still get a Logan Paul. And you know why that is? I'll tell you why that is. Because as I said, people are going to care about, if you're collecting an LJN wrestler, guess what you want?
80s.
The legends, not the current guys. So Logan Paul is the only one I just checked that is still
Well,
available.
Sunday it was like 3 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and boom.
Yeah, they put it up like 3 times already. But the first time, each time they put it up, though, it's gone like this. You know, so
I got it Sunday, and then I got one yesterday when it went up.
I got them both at the same time. Because I didn't get the Hogan the first day, did I? No, Hogan wasn't there.
No, because he wasn't there. It was just those 3, and I was waiting for Hogan too. And then we found out about when it went up the first time, but about a half hour after it went up.
And we didn't get it.
Within 10 minutes, yeah.
But then we knew when it was coming on at the 6 o'clock hour. I think might have been you, Jatanza, that told us.
Saturday night 1. And it was
got it
2 minutes, they said, this time.
Yeah, we got it. And as we got it, people were like, I didn't get it. And I'm like, you mean you get it? It's right there. And it was already gone.
Yeah.
Which I was shocked about. Like, you announced that you're going to put it up and you only have enough to last 2 minutes.
Dude, I went on Target 5:59. I kept refreshing the page, and then
That's what we did, me and Mike. That's what me and Mike did. And so, all right, Moose, take us home.
So for the bald, I don't know what to call him at this point. His heterosexual life mate, Mike. The Charlie Brown in the down, Joe Vatanza.
because I am Joel. I watched Skinamax Gertner.
I'm on your girlfriend's speed dial because she likes the way I star 6'9".
I'm the Moose. I don't watch Skinamax. We'll be here next week, and they'll make fun of me.
We'll make fun of him again. Moose is
baby.
Moose is so groovy, he don't like boobies.
Yeah. His old punk in here.
We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.
Yeah, we ready. This is for the warriors. Blood on the mat, sweat on my skin. I've been fighting for a win, don't need no gimmick. When the lights go down and the crowd starts to roar, I'm coming for the belt, man, I'm coming for more. The struggle's real, but the hustle's heavy. This ain't a game, it's a fight for the ready. We fight through the noise, breaking down walls. Every time we fall, we rise, stand tall. They talking, they hating, but we keep moving. Ain't no stopping the crowd, we choose it. Through the blood, through the pain, we living for the glory. Through the hurt and the shame, we fight through the noise, can't hear a thing. We making our moves, we own everything. Wrestling through pain, breaking all chains. This is our world, and we taking the reins. Rise up from the ashes, rise from down, then we stand, take a blow. A real champ knows when it's time to grow. Tearing up the ring, tear up